What's up, everyone? It's Cannan, and welcome back to Internet Mysteries. And today, we're talking about probably one of the most creepiest mysteries to ever come out of YouTube. And that is the story of the M Cave and the disappearance of Kenny Veach, who is the gentleman on the screen with me. Now, this is funny because it's like one of the first instances I remember ever hearing of a YouTuber going missing. And of course, sadly, it's happened many times since then, probably before this happened, but this was like one of the very first big unexplained disappearances I remember hearing about. Now, before I get into the full story, a little bit of a backstory. Kenny had a YouTube channel by the name of Snakebit McGee, and it's fun. There's only 5 videos on the channel, and 4 out of these 5, I don't know if, like, it just seemed weird, but 4 out of these 5 were uploaded on the same day, October 18th, 2014, 6 years ago. The first one is, of course, the M Cave hike. Then this one, I'm not really sure about. It's Glora Bear. I have no idea what that is. And the other 2 is, I'm guessing, what was Kenny's other job, which I guess was sort of an inventor for something called Shark Tank. They're called Shark Tank submissions. One looks like to be for some kind of vest, and the other one, his very last video that he ever uploaded, is for a new and improved toilet paper holder. And despite only having 5 videos, despite not uploaded in 6 years, he's got almost 40,000 subscribers. So that tells you that a lot of people have heard of this story and just flocked to the YouTube channel and subscribed. The M Cave hike itself has 2 million views. And, you know, it's from people who have probably watched videos like this, who have watched Scare Theater or any other place. Bedtime Stories did a video on it. It's people who have heard this and they go to the original channel and they watch the original video, and, you know, they give it a like, they give it a subscribe, to show respect and all that. So what I'm going to start this off with real quick is I am going to play a part of the M Cave hike video that really started this. I'm only going to play the part where he mentions the cave, and then we'll get into the full story. So let's give this a quick watch.
My mission today is to just do a one-day hike. It's about a 10-hour hike. I got to still go over another ridge and then go all the way down a big crevice. It's real narrow and gets kind of scary. I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a.
It's funny because you can tell he's trying to be humorous.
Something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever
You can tell
gone
he's
in,
nervous.
This one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday. And I talked to some people on YouTube, and I told them, hey, I'm coming out here, because they kind of called my hand on it. So I don't know if there's gonna be anything to it, but it might be interesting. If I can find it, I gotta relocate it, and this is a big mountain range I'm in, and I'm on foot. My truck's way out there. There's no roads, there's no trails. It's a pretty rough terrain. So hopefully I'll find it. It's shaped like a big M. It's a big cave that looks just like a gigantic M, and it's about as tall as I am and kind of narrow, and it's stuck on the side of a mountain. So I hope I can find it again. And if I do, I'm going in there. I'm gonna put on my light and take my gun out and walk in there, see if I find anything. We'll see.
So this, of course, is talking about what this whole mystery is about. It is this cave that was shaped like an M, a uppercase M. And as far as I know, no one to this day has found this cave. I know there's some places that have claimed to have found it, but it's not been confirmed if this is indeed that cave. So let's get into a little bit more backstory and a little bit more to what came after Kenny disappeared. So it says here, desert hiker goes searching for mysterious cave, leaving more questions than answers. So first it starts off with a comment that Kenny left on a Area 51 video. That ain't nothing. I'm a long-distance hiker. One time during one of my hikes out by Nellis Air Force Base, I found a hidden cave. The entrance to the cave was shaped like a perfect capital M. I always enter every cave I find, but as I began to enter this particular cave, my whole body began to vibrate. The closer I got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating became. Suddenly, I became very scared and hightailed it out of there. That was one of the strangest things that ever happened to me. In late 2014, these words were posted to a YouTube video titled Son of an Area 51 Technician. The man behind the screen was Las Vegas resident and avid hiker Kenny Veach, using the screen name Snakebit McGee. Unbeknownst to him at the time, his comment would set in motion a series of events that would lead to one of Nevada's most puzzling urban legends. Kenny's comment sparked interest like wildfire. After posting his original comment, several YouTube users encouraged hiker Kenny to seek out the cave and enter again, this time documenting his hike and providing evidence of this strange discovery. He obliged. He set off to find the mysterious cave for a second time, armed with a 9mm handgun and a video camera. Upon his return, he posted a video of his discoveries. Much to the dismay of those following his claims, he was unable to locate the cave, and his video didn't seem to reveal any clues to the mysterious M cave he had discussed in his original comment. His video was met with much criticism, and YouTube commenters both encouraged and provoked him to try for a third time to seek out the cave. Kenny again obliged, though one comment would stand out among all others as an ominous foretelling. It read, "No, do not go back there. If you find that cave entrance, don't go in. You won't get out." Now, what's funny about this account that left this very ominous comment, it's never been active since then, from what I've read. I did not look and see if it's still around on YouTube, but according to other sources, this account's never commented or done anything on YouTube ever since then. So, and I believe it was said that Kenny did reply to it and, and said something like, well, why would you say that? But they didn't reply back to him. On November 10th, 2014, Kenny set off on his last hike. He told his family he was going for a short overnight trip, though he would never return. His disappearance would soon turn up on a Las Vegas news station, and the search was on. Kenny was not new to desert hiking or spelunking. He claims to have hiked extensively in the area, even leaving several YouTube comments on the Area 51 video detailing his experience. I solo hike across mountaintops that most people wouldn't dare go. I have been in more caves than I can count. I play with rattlesnakes for fun, but this one particular cave was beyond anything I had ever encountered. In another comment, he added, I've been doing this sort of thing for over 20 years. I go where no one goes, and I never take anyone with me. I find skulls of all shapes and sizes, and occasionally I find really old animal traps. I hike over mountaintop after mountaintop and sleep on peaks, under the stars. Sometimes I have to scale giant cliffs to get myself out of a jam, but I always make it back. I'm beat up and tired, and my pack is almost always heavier than when I left. I had to be rescued only one time by a helicopter. I had blown out my left leg at the top of the mountain, and I only had a cup of water left to get me 20 miles back to my truck. It was over 100 degrees out, so I have a very good safety record. So he wasn't short of confidence. Even with his impressive track record, Kenny was at a disadvantage to the elements. He was drunk with internet courage, searching for an elusive cave in the Mojave Desert, one of the hottest and driest regions on the planet. In the beginning of the M Cave hike video, which we watched, Kenny posted before his disappearance. He is standing by an abandoned mine shaft, narrating some information about the cave he's seeking out. It was there that on November 22nd, 2014, search and rescue volunteers found Kenny's cell phone, indicating that he had in fact gone out searching for the cave again. An article at News 3 Las Vegas details, "We found his cell phone close to a very vertical old mine shaft and we can't find another trail," Red Rock Search and Rescue Commander Dave Cummings told News 3. "It doesn't mean that he's down the mine shaft, but we have tracked him as far as we can. We are having our other crews come in from the search areas." After his cell phone was found, the trail would eventually, or unfortunately, go cold. Kenny was never found, leading to much speculation on how he died. The mysterious circumstance and reason why people just assume he's dead is that after you're missing for so long, they officially pronounce you dead. The mysterious circumstances of his death fueled the internet with conspiracy theories of every shape and color. Had Kenny fallen down a mine shaft? Had he discovered a hidden entrance to Area 51? Had he stumbled upon some great military secret? Was the cave connected to aliens? Or had he simply succumbed to the elements? Okay, so let's stop there. So going off these thoughts, had Kenny fallen down a mine shaft? That is always a possibility, and that's more than likely what happened, though it may not have been an accident, and we'll get into that. But the fact is that you would think if they really thought he was down there, and in the video, I didn't show, but there was a ladder going down into that mine shaft, I believe. You think they would have at least checked if they really thought there was a good chance he was down there. Had he discovered a hidden entrance to Area 51? I doubt it. Had he stumbled upon some great military secret? I don't know about great military secret, but there was a really good chance he might have saw something that he wasn't supposed to, because the Nellis Air Force Base is out there, and even in his video he states that they do bomb tests out there. So he might have stepped somewhere where he shouldn't have. Was the cave connected to aliens? I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't think so. Or had he simply succumbed to the elements? If so, they would have found something. They would have found clothing. They would have found bones. They would have found something. They have not to this day found any trace of him. So I don't know about that. Because if you succumb to the elements, I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You'd be eaten by animals, and they would have found something. So, you know, that I'm not sure of. The trail ran cold for some time until a woman claiming to be Kenny's girlfriend posted the following comment on his Cave hike video. "I am the girlfriend that Kenny spoke of in the video. There are so many posts I had no idea until a friend let me know. So many people are wondering what happened and guessing different things. You are heartfelt about the sadness around what has happened with Kenny. He has not been found, and I feel that he probably will not be found for many, many months, if ever. I want to share what I know and feel about what happened, so that you might bring some closure and understanding in your own lives. Kenny absolutely loved hiking in the desert. It was his very, very favorite thing to do. We hiked and camped together all over the Nevada desert, sometimes 9 hours in a day. We found many abandoned mining towns, usually referred to as ghost towns by Nevada hikers. We explored many caves and mine shafts. We were always careful how we explored them, but Kenny was a bit more daring than I was. We wore snake guards, sun-protected clothing, used walking sticks, brought enough water and food for the hiking hours, and had extra water/food in the car. I want you to know that I do not think Kenny had an accident. I believe he committed suicide. He battled depression for many years and would not take medication or see a doctor. He quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. The search for him was started within a couple of days of my call. Over 30 search and rescue team members searched 3 different times on foot. 1 helicopter flyover was done, and there was no trace of Kenny or any of his camping things. They found his car in the area I told them it would be. They did find his cell phone by the mine shaft in the video. The mine shaft was only about a 4-hour hike from his car. It is my feeling that he left it behind so that he could not be tracked from the GPS in it. He also did not take his video camera with him on this solo hike. It was left in his home, so he had no intention of filming anything. She also added, I share this with you for 2 reasons. First, so that you have more of an understanding who Kenny was and to bring some peace or understanding to the situation. Secondly, if any of you decide to go out into our desert to look for him or the M cave, be careful and bring enough water and food. Walking sticks are a good idea, and not doing a solo hike. Bring a GPS and make sure that you have left family or friends know that you are heading out for the hike and where and when you will be returning. A search really can't be on a one-day hike. You would be repeating much of the same hike, just getting up the mountain, and then he left with not many hours in the day to do the search. You would need 2 or 3 days at a time, and in the summer or even late spring, this cannot be done because of the heat of our desert. You would not be able to carry enough water, so please be careful. I had many wonderful experiences with Kenny and will always remember them and have a place of love in my heart for him and the wonderful things we did together. I am healing from my loss and look forward to new experiences with desert hiking, camping, and taking beautiful pictures of our desert. Enjoy your adventure of life, and thank you for the kind, loving comments sent my way. Okay, so I don't know if it was ever confirmed that this was indeed the girlfriend, but why would you it's weird because people deal with stuff like this differently all the time. There are some people who would not have bothered to have done this. You know, they're grieving, they're heartbroken, they're not going to take the time to get on the internet and let people know what's happened. That's just how some people are. But then, like, you know, you talk about this dangerous situation, but then give people advice so they can do the exact same thing. I don't know, like, unless it's been confirmed since then and I just didn't find the info that this was indeed the girlfriend. I don't know, something, the fact that they found nothing, it's fishy in some way. So it ends with, was that it? Had the mystery of Kenny Veach been solved? Speculation abounds across internet circles. The story has been scrutinized and investigated time and time again, and so far, no conclusions has been reached. Some venture to guess that Kenny had in fact taken his life, and the woman claiming to be his girlfriend was telling the truth. Others insist that Kenny had gone back and found the M cave again, discovering a dark and dangerous secret that lies within. You decide. So I've already seen a lot of people claim that this whole thing was fake, but I don't know, like, it just seems, it's just strange that nothing has been, if it was fake, this guy must have faked his death and started a new life somewhere, because there is nothing else since this all happened about him. Nothing, nada. The fact that they didn't find a body, but, like, it's just strange. Like, and I mean, a lot of people claim, oh, it was for internet fame, you know, because, I mean, let's face it, how many channels only have 5 videos that has not had new videos in 6 years, has almost 40,000 subscribers? So you could say that, but, like, I don't know. This is a big question mark to me. Like, I don't want to think the awful thing that he went out there to commit suicide. I don't want to think that, but you would think they would have found something. They would have found a body. But did he find this cave and something happened to him? Like, it's hard to say. People have tried finding this cave several times since this happened, and they've not found it. So, who knows? Maybe he went out there, like, maybe this was, the whole M cave was made up, and he got all this internet pressure to go out and find this thing, that he made it up in his own mind that, yeah, it was real, so he went and looked for it and got hurt. Or, like it said, the elements got to him, or an animal attacked him. But then again, he had a pistol, but who knows if he took it with him that last time. Like, it says that he didn't take his video camera or nothing. So, and the girlfriend claims he didn't take enough water and all that, if this really is the girlfriend. Like, there's so much of this that is that just screams conspiracy. And like, who was this guy? The one that said, no, do not go back there. If you find that cave entrance, don't go in. If you do, you won't get out. Like, this is definitely like mixed with alien conspiracies, government conspiracies, because it's near the area where an Air Force base is. It's odd. That's all I'll say. It's odd. It's creepy. Because when you're out in the desert hiking, especially by yourself, anything can happen. Whatever happened to him, it like left no trace. Just a cell phone. That's it. And his car that he left parked. But it's scary. Like, it makes you really wonder how people can, like these urban explorer YouTubers, I don't know how some of them do this stuff about themselves. So yeah, guys, like it's all right having a hobby. If you like to hike, if you like to rock climb or go spelunking, that's great. Just don't go by yourself, and take plenty of water and food and like a GPS, everything you need, and just stay safe, because the last thing you want to become is a mysterious disappearance. Because I couldn't imagine a loved one, or even just someone I just knew from just someone I knew going missing, and it being 6 years in and still not having an idea what happened to them. And, the girlfriend mentioned he was depressed, and I'm sure some have asked, what did he have to be depressed about? Apparently, it said he left his job, and I'm guessing his whole, creating a new toilet paper roller and all that, I'm guessing he was wanting to be like an inventor or something, and apparently, it didn't talk about in this, but I do remember, I believe it was Bedtime Stories, when I watched their video long time ago, that, it wasn't going well. It was not doing well whatsoever. So that definitely could have been it. Like, I've known a lot of people who thought something was going to work out and quit their job and all that, and it just fall through. And that can affect you really, really badly. So yeah, like, I don't know if he committed suicide. I don't think it was aliens or anything like that, but something definitely happened, and there was no trace left. I mean, it's 2021 and they still have no idea what happened to this guy. So yeah, very spine-tingling stuff. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, click that like button, leave me a comment. Is there any particular internet mystery you would like me to cover? Let me know in the comments. As always, guys, this is Canaan. Me and Jess love you all very, very much. Stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.